I've been thinking quite a bit about the Marathon des Sables in January. Obviously, I'm doing lots of preparation work for the event whilst trying to get the Just One More project off the ground. So I've not had a lot of time to think about it up until the last couple of days, and it's playing on my mind a little bit. Anyone who knows me knows that if I can avoid going out anywhere on my own, I will do. I don't go to the supermarket, can't stick going there. I get my shopping delivered. I buy most of my stuff online, and I'll end up paying a bit more to get it delivered rather than having to go into town. I'll book to go to social events with people, and I'm all excited about it until the time comes, and then I will find any excuse not to go, particularly if I have to go on my own. I'm not very good with social engagements. I don't deal with people in general very well, and you might not believe it given that I run my own consultancy business, and I have to deal with people on a day-to-day basis, but it's about putting a front on for that. But I can't put a front on for everything that I do. But the Marathon des Sables is playing on my mind because when I leave Plymouth, I'm going to be travelling to the airport and then flying to Morocco, then take a second flight to where I need to be in order to go to the hotel. I'm going to be sharing a room with a random stranger that they're going to put me with. I'm going to do the whole event on my own. And do the same to come back. Now, obviously, running 100 miles is hard enough, but to keep going when you've had no support from anybody in the run-up to it, and having to put on that brave face and be around people you don't know, putting on smiles, trying to make friends, being around people is exhausting as it is, but to have to do that and then try and run 100 miles, fully self-sufficient, carrying about 15 kilos worth of kit in my rucksack. Come on, Bruce. All my food, my water, my clothing, my charging kit. It's going to be pretty weighty, and I don't honestly know how I'm going to be able to do it. It's going to be a massive, massive test of my mental and physical resilience, and I don't know how to train for that. I can train to put one foot in front of the other and find a way of moving forward. If I can't run, I'll walk. If I can't walk, I'll crawl. That isn't in question. I will finish the 100 miles one way or another, but how on earth do I get through the other side of things? When I've done Hope, I've had people come down and see me. I've been in a tent next to people I know. I've been able to rely on other people to support me emotionally, and give me food, and I am starting to get quite anxious about it, and we're only in August. How am I going to be when we get closer to January, when that's a tough time of year for me anyway. December is a tough time, so I'm normally coming into January still in a pretty dark place, so I'm already going to be at a low ebb. If anyone's got any tips or advice or support that you can offer me to help me get through that challenge particularly, I've done a lot of work on myself and healed quite well, but this is really going to test me, and I that's the only thing I'm genuinely concerned about that might cause me a hindrance above anything else. My mind can push past the physical issues. It does it with ME every day, but I don't know if my mind can push through its own mental challenges. So I'd be interested if anyone's got any advice. If you can drop a message in the comments, or send me a DM. I really would be interested to talk to other people about this. I'm sure I can't be the only one.